forgot about my health. But don't worry, chat, because I still have one more plan, playing as one killer versus 100 survivors. And that is to actually go in as a dev killer instead of a normal killer. And you know, honestly, what isn't more fitting than the Brimstone dev killer, which has 14,000 health, and also some of the most overpowered abilities in the game. Oh yeah, we're about to be easily winning with this. We already killed 2 survivors right off the bat, and we just started. And the best part about this dev killer is that he has almost no cooldowns. Let's get it. Alright, here we go. It's time to win. It's time to win as a dev killer. And I feel like this dev killer is actually going to be my way to actually win as a killer versus 100 survivors. Forsaken Chapter 2 is finally here, and this is the update we've all been waiting for. The next wave of survivors. The craziest part, the new Chapter 2 leaks don't just confirm returning legends like Guest666 or brand new faces like Veronica. They even reveal a confirmed date for the slasher rework himself. So today, we're diving deep into all the leaks, the upcoming killers and survivors, and every single change you can expect in the next major Forsaken updates. So strap in, because Chapter 2 isn't just another update. It's about to flip Forsaken on its head. Let's get into it. And first, let's go ahead and actually discuss that confirmed date for the slasher rework update. If you actually make your way to the Forsaken game page right now and then scroll down ever so slightly, you can now see that there is a new event inside of the events tab for Friday, August 29th, 7 p.m. EST, which is of course the slasher update. And with the slasher update, it brings about plenty of new content, new skins, a remodel for Jason, emotes, and plenty more. And this slasher update will be laying the foundation for a beast and a machine to make their debut later, which I'm pretty sure we all know who those 2 characters are. You know, go ahead and comment down below if you already know the answer. But chat, with the slasher update, it is going to be a complete rework of the already existing Jason killer. As we all know, Jason is getting removed from Forsaken because of copyright. Since Jason is an already existing killer in another universe, his entire brand is copyrighted. He is an OG killer himself. But now with the replacement for Jason, aka the slasher, coming, the lore behind him is that he's a bacon that got experimented on in the Area 51 facility. And for all you Roblox OGs, we all know that Area 51 is super iconic. This is where all of the creepypastas and monsters from Roblox originated. We already have a teaser picture of what the slasher looks like hiding behind a wall, holding his machete. Now, I'm not gonna lie, personally, I really like this slasher rework, and I almost feel like it's gonna end up being cooler than the Jason we already have, even if Jason is the OG. But some things to note about the slasher is that not only does he wield a machete like Jason, but in the lore his name actually is Jason, so I guess he still basically is Jason. But he also has a dagger through a Necrobloxicon on his shoulder, and we also have leaked milestone skins of the slasher, with milestone 1 being a bacon in an Area 51 uniform, milestone 2 being a more, I don't know, corrupted, decayed version of the slasher. It looks like his mask is falling apart, same with his uniform, it's getting a little bit worn and weathered. Milestone 3 looks a lot like the Jason milestone 3, where he is now covered in chains. You can see his rib cage. Looks like his entire body is just fully decaying and falling apart. And then with milestone 4, it's basically the same as the Jason milestone 4, which was based off of Jason in Hell. It's basically going to be the same thing, the slasher in Hell, where he's still covered in all those chains, but also is emitting that orange fiery glow. And I'm not gonna lie, the slasher milestone 4 looks a lot cleaner than the Jason milestone 4 we already have. But as it said, this entire slasher update is laying the foundation for a beast and machine to make their debut later, which are 2 other characters coming in the Chapter 2 phase of Forsaken updates, Guest666 and Veronica. And let's actually go ahead and talk about Veronica first, since she is the first new survivor we have gotten since TAF. And the lore behind Veronica is that she is going to be a survivalist type survivor, equipped with a skateboard and a punk rock attitude. Veronica is a robot humanoid featuring a modified, cuter version of the Miss TV head accessory as her head, and also wearing the classic Roblox baseball cap, which are 2 very iconic and OG Roblox items. But we theorize that all of her abilities are going to have to do around her skateboard and her baseball cap. Maybe she has a pitcher type ability, but also uses her skateboard to get around the map and maybe parry killers with them. She's also seen to have spray paint cans, so maybe those will be useful. We have a lot of interesting leaks already with Veronica, like her logo, her character icon. But another thing with Veronica is that she's actually tied in deeply with Guest666, with a leaked picture of what seems to look like her TV baby head turned off, with Guest 666 tail moving in front of it. But there is also a leaked video of Veronica trying to warn somebody that it's too late, that someone is coming. And then behind her, we see Guest 666 attack her, where in this case, Guest 666 is another killer coming in the Chapter 2 Forsaken updates phase, with the lore behind Guest 666 being even deeper. Guest 666, also known as Sixer, is an upcoming killer and will be the 6th killer introduced in Forsaken. Guest 666 is based on the classic Roblox legend and creepypasta of the same name, but for the Forsaken lore, Guest 666 and Noobs were apparently friends. But soon after they split up and no longer were friends with each other, Noob went on to being a survivor inside of the Forsaken Eternal Prison, while Guest 666 got corrupted and turned into a monstrous beast to hunt down other survivors. Which also leads me to believe there's going to be a lot of interesting things with Guest 666. Not only his abilities, but we might get a custom last man standing between him and the Noob survivor. But we actually have gotten some interesting leaks of the Guest 666 killer's abilities, starting with he has a giant, massive hitbox. Hey, yo, chat, you know what else is massive? But with this killer, I have no idea how we're going to parry this. Bro seems like he's going to tower over any survivor. There's been leaks of a clip where he's attacking a survivor by stabbing them repeatedly with his claws. There's a clip of someone doing a generator and Guest just Mario jumping over the wall to attack them. Oh yeah, did you know that Guest 666 has an ability where he can just jump super high up to catch up to people and attack them? He has a full-on leap ability. Yeah, chat, I'm not gonna lie, Guest 666 might be one of the strongest killers yet inside of the game. Even stronger than 1x1 and Noli. But what if I told you there might be other killers getting added eventually in these Chapter 2 updates that are stronger than Guest 666 himself? Starting with the most iconic one of them all, Can You Hear the Whistle? AKA known as Flowers, where they have now dropped an official render for a Flowers killer inside of Forsaken. I'm just really hoping this one is not going to be a dev killer this time. Please, you have over 30 dev killers in your game. Please just start giving us killers now too. But not only did we get his official render, but the official creator of Flowers literally posted saying, don't think I've made an official render for Flowers, so have this, which already confirms they're in the works of making Flowers. But there is also leaks of some other killers that might be getting added too, like JX1, DX1,